Hey guys, Magma here, and today we're back with another brand new Injustice 2 video, and now an Injustice 2 DLC speculation video, because NetherRealm's actually updated and patched Injustice 2. They've added a few changes, like some of bugs have been fixed, and also Mr. Freeze now has a helmet, which is cool, because everybody's wanted Mr. Freeze to have a helmet. But here what we're going to be talking about is the roster menu, and they have all 9 of the DLC fighters. First off, they have Red Hood in the middle. You can actually view his character model, but you can't actually play him, so he's pretty much a locked character right now, which will be, unlocked if you buy it, or have, the Deluxe or Ultimate Edition, and you can pretty much play him on the 13th of June when he comes out. I think it's 13th of June, but since he's locked, people found a way to actually play him on Xbox, where they changed the calendar date, and pretty much just moved it forward to that, and pretty much played his multiverse event. But NetherRealm has patched that, so you can't do that anymore. And pretty much Red Hood's just there for you to look at, but you can't play, which makes me very sad that I have to wait. But yeah, that's pretty much Red Hood there. But here we actually have all the silhouettes for the rest of the 8 DLC fighters, which, if you remember from the DLC Fighter Pack 1 trailer, we actually saw, 6, silhouettes in the background when we saw Sub-Zero, Red Hood, and Starfire. And here it's the same ones, practically the same ones, apart from, one, which we'll get to. But yeah, they're practically the same ones, so maybe they're not placeholders, because at first maybe they could have been placeholders. But, I don't think they are, since they're using the exact same ones. So yeah, already going to be mentioning the ones that we already know of, like Sub-Zero, Starfire. They've already been confirmed. We saw them in DLC Fire Pack 1. So Sub-Zero and Starfire and Red Hood already confirmed to be in the game. So we're going to be covering the ones who are not confirmed, the silhouettes that are mysterious. First off, we're going to go over the most obvious one, and that is Black Manta here, because he has like a dome-shaped head and, 2 tubes coming out. So come on, what other DC character has, a dome-shaped head with 2 tubes? And plus, Black Manta already has a character model in the game. He's like a stage interaction in Atlantis. So that's why I'm just thinking, hey, it's obviously going to be Black Manta. Like, first of all, you can tell from the shape of how the character is, so it's pretty obvious. And Black Manta is a really cool Aquaman villain. And at first I thought he was going to be a premier skin for Aquaman, but thankfully it looks like he is not going to be, because I don't want to see characters as premier skins. Like, yeah, it does fit, but I think Black Manta could have, they could do like the whole Black Adam and Shazam thing with the first Injustice game, where they have 2 characters which almost have like the same powers, but they made them play different. So they could easily do that with like Black Manta. And plus, Black Manta isn't Aquaman, he doesn't have the same powers and all that. So it makes sense for Black Manta to be his own character, which I'm very much looking forward to. And the other character, I'm going to go on to the right side, and it's going to be this character with his collar up. Now, there's many characters in the DC universe with their collar up, like Martian Manhunter, which I've heard a bit of, like, hey, Martian Manhunter, hey, John Constantine, which, Martian Manhunter was DLC in the first game, so we wouldn't want to recycle DLC characters, because then you're just going to be like, why are they not in the main roster, okay? Like, WB, NetherRealm, whoever you're NetherRealm, why are you recycling DLC characters? It seems a bit redundant. And another character who has their collar up is actually Deadman, who we've seen in the Injustice universe in the comics. And that actually got me thinking, Deadman has his collar up, but then I remember that Deadman is actually dead in the Injustice universe, and who took his spot when Deadman died, because Deadman just got annihilated. I believe it was by the Spectre or something, and just about before he was about to die, he decided to pass like the mantle on and becoming Deadman. There's someone else, someone who deserved it, someone who's like pure of heart, someone who really deserved a second chance. And who else was better than Dick Grayson, because Dick Grayson died in year 1 of the Injustice comics, and that was when the prison Arkham Asylum event, where Superman and a few of the members of the Justice League went to Arkham Asylum to get prisoners, because this is after the Joker died, and Superman's going out on his whole new act as the regime. So he goes to Arkham Asylum, and Dick Grayson and Batman there to stop him, but Damian's on the other side. Then Damian gets his baton, throws it at Dick Grayson, which then, snaps his neck onto a rock at the perfect place. And that was just a very, major moment for everyone to decide, what teams they were on. Every character, a bunch of characters were there, like Superman, Harley Quinn, Green Arrow, they all saw it. And that was the big, turning point between the insurgency and the regime. And actually, the insurgency was actually created after that moment happened. So it's a very big moment. But then we go back to year 3, where Deadman is dead. But before he dies, he gets to, give his powers to Dick Grayson, who's already dead. But now he has the powers of Deadman. So it's pretty much just, he's still, in a sense, alive, but he's also dead. He's just roaming the world as Deadman, and he got to talk to Bruce Wayne. It was very emotional, all that, and I really just loved that bit in the Injustice comics, seeing Dick Grayson back, because Dick Grayson is one of my favourite Bat family members. In fact, yeah, he's my favourite Bat family member, and he's really just come out as his own character. And Dick Grayson was in the first Injustice game, and although we have the Staff of Grayson with Robin in this game, it doesn't give you that much moves, and a bunch of, Dick Grayson moves are just kind of just pretty much gone. And we still have like his two like batons, you still can't like use them with Robin. So having Dick Grayson here, like, yeah, sure, it's recycling a character from the first game, but now you're making him into a completely just different, because although it's the same character, it's going to be different moves, because now he's Deadman, which, I know he has the collar up, and in the comics, he's pretty much, his suit is pretty much the same as his Nightwing suit, apart from he has like a D at the center. Batman has a bat logo, he has a D there. So what they could do is, it's been a while since we've seen, Dick Grayson as Deadman, like year 3. So obviously, Dick Grayson could have a costume change, and now he has the collar up like the classic Deadman. So I'm really hoping this is Dick Grayson as Deadman, because I love Dick Grayson, and I think that's just an amazing, that would just be incredible if that happened in the game. So yeah, I would absolutely love that. I'm wondering what you guys think. Is it John Constantine? Is it Martian Manhunter? Or is it, Deadman as Dick Grayson? I'm hoping it's Deadman as Dick Grayson. Hell, we can even get the original Deadman as a premiere skin for, Deadman Dick Grayson. So that is all very cool. But anyway, enough for talking about, Deadman Dick Grayson. Personally, I actually truly believe that could be Deadman Dick Grayson, but it's just a fun theory to, pull out there. So the next character we're talking about is right next to this, character who has the collar up, which we thought would be Deadman Dick Grayson. That is, most likely going to be Raiden. Like, this is a 99.9% chance of being Raiden, because Raiden was in Mortal Kombat 9 and X, those games produced by NetherRealm Studios, so they have the rights for, Raiden. And also, speaking of what NetherRealm has the rights of, the person with the collar up could have been Spawn, but the collar's too low, so that's why I think Deadman. So that's why I don't think Spawn is on that choice. But yeah, here, Raiden is like the most easy. They already have the rights for Raiden. But the one problem is that it's going to be 2 Mortal Kombat guest characters, which we do not need, because the DC universe is filled with so many characters, and this is just like NetherRealm. Why are you putting in 2 Mortal Kombat characters? So I would be slightly disappointed with that, but yeah, whatever. Just a waste of a character slot. Like, 1 Mortal Kombat character, yeah, sure, it's fine, that's enough. But having 2, Jesus, so I'm hoping it's not Raiden. But come on, what character in the DC universe has like a triangle hat thing? Like, Raiden has a triangle hat thing, and it's just, it's definitely going to be Raiden if this silhouette is true. Now, back onto the left side, we have this female-looking body, and from here it looks like Enchantress, and this is the Enchantress from the Suicide Squad movie, just the way the head is. Like, if I compare the two, you can definitely see the comparison between, how similar it looks. So maybe, like, this is why, first I thought, this is, these are placeholders. But I don't think they're placeholders, because of how, like, Black Manta's like black, that. We've got Raiden. And here, it looks a lot like Enchantress from the Suicide Squad movie. And, like, come on, who wants to play as Enchantress from the Suicide Squad movie? Well, I've had to guess. I think it would most likely be that, since it just looks like, Enchantress. But I've also heard it could be Mira, Aquaman's pretty much, the queen, Aquaman's wife, love interest. Which we do not need Mira in the game, because if like Black Manta is going to be there, so what's the point of having 3 Aquaman characters? Like, this is a problem with Batman. You have too many Batman characters. We need, different characters, okay? And by the way, about the whole Deadman Dick Grayson thing, like, having Deadman as Dick Grayson, that makes it like completely different. Plus, Nightwing's come out of his, as his own, and like kind of spread out of the Bat family and becomes more of his own character. So that's my, excuse for Dick Grayson being in my, DC, DLC speculation roster. So don't judge me. But next up, apart from, Enchantress, we just like already mentioned that if it is Enchantress, I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to be very disappointed, like Raiden, because they're kind of lame choices. But next up, we have this like big bulking figure with like seems like a hood on. Oh, it could not be a hood. And at first I was thinking it could be Killer Croc, because he's already in the game. He has his own like character model, and his character model wasn't like recycled, because in Injustice 1 he's also in Injustice 1, so is Scarecrow. But the thing is, those are both from the Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, skins, kind of. Like, yeah, it's the same model from Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. But Killer Croc actually has his own character model, which they spent a lot of time working on Killer Croc. So maybe this big bulking figure is Killer Croc, but it looks like he has a hood, so maybe it could be Azrael, which I've heard a lot that it could be Azrael. Although Azrael seems like an easy one to do for like a premier skin for Robin because he has the sword. It's like really easy to do Azrael for Robin. It's just like, you know, why not? Why waste a character slot? So I have pretty much, it could be Killer Croc or could be Azrael. Like, yeah, you could have some cool gear with Azrael, but yeah, if I had to bet money on it, I would probably say Killer Croc since he already has a character model, and this guy looks like a big bulking figure, so that's what I'm placing my bets on. And the next character up is this very small dude, and come on, this is obvious, this is the Atom, okay, because what other characters can shrink? And yeah, I do know, yeah, there's definitely other characters that can shrink in the DC universe, but the Atom is the most famous. He's even in Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow, which, you know, a lot of people watch the TV shows like The Flash. That's why Gorilla Grodd's in there, I believe, and Reverse Flash and Captain Cold, you know, like the guy from Prison Break is playing Captain Cold, so that's probably why they put Captain Cold in this game right here. But the Atom, like, he's really small, and his same, you know, silhouette from the DLC Fire Pack 1 trailer, but now it's shrinked. So part of me is just like, nah, this just, you know, Ed Boon is trolling us because this is so obvious, but so is the Black Lantern Raiden one. So if this is not a troll, it's definitely the Atom, which, you know, that would be continuing the trend of, you know, having background characters as, you know, characters in games and DLC, because in the first Injustice game we had Atrocitus as a background character. He's in Injustice 2. In Injustice 1 we had Martian Manhunter as a background character. He was DLC in the first Injustice game, and then in Injustice 1 we had a background character which was Deadshot. He's now in Injustice 2. We had another background character in Injustice 1 which was Gorilla Grodd. He's also in Injustice 2, and one more background character in Injustice 1 is the Atom. So, you know, again, it'll be continuing the trend of having them in Injustice 1 and Injustice 1 DLC. So, yeah, definitely the Atom, if it's, you know, not trolling us. Because I'm like, come on, you could have had the Atom as a normal shape, but it seems a little too easy, you know, easy is just like getting us all, you know, misleaded, you know. But yeah, that is overall my, you know, DLC speculation on the roster of Injustice 2. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and share. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel, just make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. But anyway, that has been Magma Infinity signing out. Peace.